Obviously we ran into a pretty good team today. They're a very talented football team. Like a Villanova, they really don't have a they don't have a unit that can be exposed in terms of offense, defense, special teams. I think they're significantly better than they were a year ago. Defensively, they're very athletic. They're playing with a lot of seniors, particularly up front, and that's kind of a program. That's a model where we want to get to. I mean, I was talking to one of the coaches before the game. They've redshirted every single freshman in their program. And you got to get to a point where your program's on solid footing and stable enough where you could say, hey, listen, 18-year-old freshmen are gonna redshirt and have a chance to come back as 23-year-old fifth-year seniors, and they're benefiting from that right now. And we're certainly not there yet because most of our freshmen and first and second year players, are in the two deep. So I was proud of the way our kids competed. We didn't really quit. We definitely didn't quit. And to beat a team like William Mary right now where we are, we would have had to play a perfect game, and we certainly weren't. We were far from perfect. But I told the guys after the game, we continue to fight, and I don't think we're that far away. And we're playing with some guys. There's no excuses, but we lost Mike Gross. Again, he didn't. Probably our best offensive lineman. He didn't play. He was out with an injury, and playing a lot of young kids. And the other factor too, we're not playing enough kids. We're probably only playing 14 kids per side of ball. And those kids are taking too many reps. So you got to get to a point where you're rotating guys through at a better clip. And we're not at that point right now from a quality depth standpoint.
They anticipated making you one-dimensional. Were you worried about that they would stop your run game and just tee off on the passing game?
No question. They have a couple. They have two NFL prospects up front, and Tracy and their defensive tackle. They're a quality defense. I think they're right there with Villanova's defense and teams that usually win this conference. You got to be able to stop offenses. And I think traditionally in the CAA, there's been a lot of prolific offenses, but usually the team that has the better defense late in the season and into the playoffs is probably going to be the team that goes the furthest in the playoffs. So they're a quality defense that they're led by their front. They got a lot of seniors in that group, and obviously having two NFL prospects certainly doesn't hurt.
Couldn't get off to a better start though against the Wind, up 7-0.
Yeah, and I think it's still we're not where we need to be from a maturity standpoint because you sometimes that's a great start, but when you play like it when you get caught up in the emotion of the start, then you kind of knowing that it's not hard, it's impossible to sustain that. Then when adversity hits, whether it's not getting off the field on third down or a turnover and stuff like that, you almost want that even keel approach. And it was obviously a nice way to start up 7-0, and then them scoring right before the half, it kind of took the wind out of our sails right now.
They got the ball back right after that. Start the second.
Yep, and then they went right down the field on us. So we got a long way to go, and the biggest thing I told the kids is our seniors got 3 games left, and nobody's feeling sorry for us because we're going up, I think, probably playing a team that's, again, in the top 5 or 6 in the country in New Hampshire.
What's the message to the kids with 3 games to go? Obviously, you're playing for next year.
And kind of, if you've watched us, it's kind of been, we're playing with a lot of young players right now across the board. And just right now, I said, hey, these seniors, our seniors, they have 3 games left, and it's easy to play football when you're having a lot of tangible success, and this group hasn't had a lot of tangible success. 3 head coaches, that hasn't been easy. So we're just kind of, these next 3 games are about the seniors and sending them off the way that they deserve to be sent off.
It's discouraging to these young kids when they have to play, number 4 ranked team, number 5 ranked team. Next week they play number 8.
I don't think they know any better.
Yeah.
It's almost as if ignorance is bliss. Kind of just we try not to make a big deal of it, and I think at the end of the day, guys like Jordan Dalton and Ellis Foster and I always Joel, he didn't have a great game today, but it's my hope that they look at their counterpart across the field and say, man, that's where I want to be when I'm a junior, and this is where we want to take this program. And that's the war daddy that I hope to be when it's my turn to really come into my own. And so I'm hoping if they do recognize it, they use it as a source of motivation.
Talk a little about the 1984 team being mentioned at halftime and what that meant to your players.
Well, I think it's important. It's so important that that kids can tie into history. And you can look back, you can look at that team and say the 2-year run that they had was, would rival any 2-year run that was for any team in the conference. That 84 and 85 run that we had here at Rhode Island. That's up there with anybody's run, across the conference. So, it's good for our kids to see that and to tap into that, and again, trying to aspire to get back to that level.